Stallone was, that's kind of a different stratosphere. He's kind of an icon in the world, really.
I'm sure you've been talking about this all day, but what a career milestone to be working opposite of Sly.
I I mean, obviously that was one of the reasons that I really, wanted to do it and to be his cohort and his right hand man, his friend, and have this relationship with him that we could, try in a 90-minute movie to bring to life was great. I mean, yeah, of course, there are always I've been fortunate to work with a lot of cool people, and that was definitely wasn't something that was a bucket list thing, but it came about, and can't say I wasn't excited.
Yeah, it was an experience for sure. I mean, I've worked with big names before, but Stallone was, that's kind of a different stratosphere. He's kind of an icon in the world, really. So it was interesting. But yeah, he was a super nice guy. Jason was awesome. It was a great experience.
I do want to get into the camaraderie. Like I've seen some of your interviews where you were talking about how you guys meshed together, but I wanted to hear any specific stories like that really meant something to you on set.
The camaraderie, look, here's the thing. He like I can only look, when the flies coming, it's like everybody's on notice, right? And um he's just super professional. My favorite thing, and I've said this a couple times, is that like the first thing we did was both sort of analyze how this shot was going to work, where, somebody's on the ground and da da da, and maybe we go to this like a 35 lens and we push, we were both like working. I'm boring myself, but this is what happens in these kind of interviews. But like we both directorially and we were like, this is a beautiful location. Let's get this and this. And then what, like, so that enmeshment was my favorite thing. And then having him be like, I think, maybe he would say that there, what do you think? And I'm like, I think this, and this over here. And it was just like, it was really easy and laid back. And I keep thinking of myself as like a 26-year-old with Sean Penn running up a hill in a thin red line. But I'm not anymore, and I'm still trying to get used to that. But I, so this was that kind of movie where it's like, not that I'm saying I'm on par with Sly, but we both know the same stuff. We both know how to get this done, and we both know what's good, and we both have an eye. And I think that's why, I mean, I wouldn't be in this movie if you didn't say okay, right? So I think that's what really was a great rubber band.
Yeah, I mean, it was an intense shoot in the best way possible. It was we're shooting a lot of action in a very short amount of time. But it was very collaborative. It's very productive. Everyone was kind of free to bring their own thing to their character and to the story. And no one was afraid to make changes or adjustments on the fly. And yeah, it was just kind of a fly by the seat of your pants and try to have a good time.
I know, I mean, I would imagine obviously that's a huge draw. I mean, knowing that you're going to play a role like this and star opposite of Stallone. But I'm wondering too, what was it for you when you read the script and you thought, like, what can I add to this character? What can I bring to the table when I'm bringing this from the pages to the screen?
Oh, well, what I loved about the character was just his heart and the fact that he just is just a good dude who's, he's making this transition into adulthood and, he's about to have a kid. And he really just wants to connect with his dad. And he's kind of, gotten this job with him in order to do that. And they've both they're both icy, kind of on ice skates around each other, but neither one's doing what they need to do to fully connect. And they're kind of forced to through this, pretty insane situation.
With everything, you don't know till you get there. You make up a whole lot of stuff, and you never know what the environment's going to be like. But I knew that my core was, and what I wanted to do was in one line here or there, in a look, in an action movie that's 90 minutes and that's going to have to be cut like this. How can I establish any type of relationship with my friend who is changed and I am changed, and what the depth of that was?
I mean, I knew what I was getting into when I did the audition. I was about to pass out because there's so much heavy breathing and you're exerting so much pain, and you're like, oh, okay, this takes more energy than you would think. So that was really the biggest part. It was bringing. It wasn't so much the physical movements as it was just having to carry that energy out like constantly was more exhausting than one would think. But that was the toughest challenge for sure.